Deuteronomy 10. He's a liar.
I can't see my son.
Read. Let me read for you. Let me read for you.
When you go to war against your enemy and your Lord delivers them into your hands and you take them captive, if you notice among the captive is a beautiful woman and you are attracted to her, you may leave her as your wife. As your wife.
She becomes your wife.
You will take her your wife. If
you capture my wife, she becomes his wife.
Bring her to your, and you may shave her head, her nails, and put a sock on.
Let me read it for you. Louder, please. Please.
Remember,
please. Fornication, sex, slavery is good. Marry. She's my wife. You capture her. She becomes your wife by force. That's forced muta marriage. Sex marriage.
That's not muta.
Wife is not slave. Slave and wife are two different things.
Wait. Let's just get the
wait.
We're gonna read this.
No.
We're gonna read this. But no problem with reading this. But let us understand. Sex, slavery, and muta are not the same thing. Muta is paid per sex. Slavery is not paid per sex. It's a different thing.
Wait, stop shouting.
Muta is paid per sex.
Are you scared?
I said
Let me read. Okay, let me read now.
No,
this guy doesn't want to read.
Let's understand.
I'll read for him. No, I'll read for him. I'll read for him. God of the Bible is allowing sex slavery.
In the Bible
let me read. Let me read.
Okay, Old Testament. Let me read the Old Testament.
Let me read. These people,
they were going to go Quran.
Let's read.
They were going to go Quran. And I don't want any of you to run. I don't want any of you to run. But we don't Quran.
I will read. I will read Deuteronomy 21.
You're going to read it now.
I will read it for
myself. And then we're going to go to Quran.
No, you taking so long.
We're going to go to Quran.
Yeah.
We're going to go Quran.
Let me read. Guys, let me read the Bible, the Pornhub book. Let me read. When you go to war, Deuteronomy chapter 21, verse 10. Let me read. No, you scared to read. You skipping. Let me read for you. When you go to war against your enemies, and the Lord your God delivers them into your hands, and you take captives. You take my wife, she becomes your wife. If you notice among the captives a beautiful woman, you notice my wife in the war, she's a beautiful, you take her and are attracted to her, you may take her as your wife. Imagine, my wife, you take her in the war, she becomes your wife. Forced muta marriage, temporary sex slavery. Okay, again, bring her into your home and have her shave her head, trim her nails, and put aside the clothes she was wearing when captured. After she has lived in your house and mourned her father and mother for a full month, then you may go to her and be her husband. My wife, you capture her in the war, she becomes your wife. Listen again. Listen, let me read again. She's not a slave. If you are not pleased after having sex, if you are not pleased with her, after using her, if you are not pleased with her, release her.
Yeah, release her.
Sex marriage.
If she doesn't want to be your wife, release her.
Force muta.
If she doesn't want to be your wife,
according to this verse, answer my question, yeah? Answer my question. Is this temporary sex?
No.
What?
Can you have sex with her?
Why, if you dislike her, let her go? Is that not temporary? Is that not temporary? If you dislike her, let her go. You see prostitute?
Wait, are you having sex with her?
Prostitute. You using woman as sex. You say that, let her go. So now, according to your God is bad people. He's allowing false sex.
Are you having sex with her?
Okay,
if she's not your wife?
Listen.
Or do you have to marry her before you have sex?
How can you marry someone's wife?
If you don't marry her, then you have sex with her.
I'm asking one question.
According to that verse.
I'm asking one question. You captured my wife. Wait. Answer my question. Answer my question. Let him answer my question. According to this verse, if you capture my wife into the war, No, she becomes what according to you?
You don't have no.
She becomes your wife.
No.
How can she become your wife when she's already your wife? That's sex slavery, forced muta marriage. At least muta marriage in Islam is prohibited. Sahih Muslim Hadith number 1406. But these people, you can do whatever you want. Sex slavery. So now your God is evil. Your God is evil. Goodbye.
In order for people to jump and die, only in Islam.
Become prostitutes.
How can you run away? How can you run away? Come back.
Imagine my wife becomes your wife. My wife becomes his wife. How can someone else's wife becomes your wife at the same time? That's sex slavery, forced marriage, temporary. If you he's criticizing the Quran, but when I showed him from the Bible, he's denying it. He said God of the Bible is not bad. Then you go expose last time you said you're not. I knew your first. You're liar. You're liar.
Quran 24:33. What does it say? What's it say? What does it say? What does it say? Read it. Do not force your maid girls into prostitution if they desire chastity. But if you do, Allah is all forgiving. 24:33 mentions prostitution. Forgiven for who exactly? Quran 24:33. 24:33. So wait, in the Quran, apparently you're able to make your slave. I'm reading.
Watch out. I'm educating this gentle liar, false Christian. Read that verse. Wait. I'm going to educate him. He lied. Read the verse.
24:33.
Okay, read.
So 24:33.
Read it. Watch out. What does it say?
Your slaves. Look, again, I'm reading. Why is Allah allowing it? If Allah is good, why is He allowing it? Because in the Bible you can't do that, right? But straight to Allah.
He lied about the verse. He lied about the verse.
Give him the t-shirt. Why does Allah? Put it on. Put it on.
Say international.
Okay, no.
Say international.
Put it on.
Read the verse, chapter 24. I want to educate you.
24:33.
Yes, you lied about that verse. Yes, I just had
I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it.
No, I want to get Arabic, the Quran.
I want the Arabic.
We don't.
He lied about the
Quran
cannot be translated.
Everybody here, go to Quran 24:33.
Okay, read
24:33.
I want
24:33. Read it.
Can you read?
24. I'm about to read it.
Educate you
I'm
that
about to
verse.
read it. Yeah.
Forced muta marriage, temporary marriage,
24:33
temporary sex
says the
slavery in the Bible.
And
Deuteronomy chapter
marriage
21,
should keep
verse 10 to 16.
Until Allah enriches them out of grace. And those of your slaves who wish to enter a contract of kitaba, contract kitaba with them, if you recognize some good in them, and give them out of the wealth of Allah that has been given to you. And do not compel your maids to prostitution.
Into what?
If they wish to observe chastity.
The verse already exposed them. Do not force them. Do not force them. Allahu Akbar.
Now, if one compels them, then after they are being compelled, Allah is all forgiving and merciful.
Allah is forgiving.
Allah is allowing you to put your slave.
It says, don't force your maid girls into prostitution. But if they do prostitution, Allah is all forgiving.
What's that?
Who's He forgiving?
Oh, okay. Can I educate you now? Okay, you asked a easy question.
So Allah allows you, or He tells you that you should not force your maid into prostitution. But if you do it, then it is all halal, guys. So wait, Allah tells you not to do something, and
Look,
then
these
later,
guys.
when you do it,
Look, these guys.
He tells you it's okay.
They don't even
what
understand
kind
the
of
Quran.
evil God is that?
Let me educate them now.
You don't
Okay. Yeah, let me educate them. Let me educate them. Let me educate them.
Is it wrong to do it, or is it correct?
Said, if the women are getting
correct?
forced by their
Because from what I can
masters,
see in that verse, you're allowed. No. Siraj. Again,
the
from
context
what I
of the
can
verse
see,
even itself.
it says that
the
you
verse
should
says,
not force them in.
Allah
But
says
now,
what?
if you do
not
force them in,
force
what
them.
kind of punishment do you
Allah
get?
says,
Nothing.
if
Allah
you force
forgives
them,
you.
Allah
So
forgives
Allah
those women.
allows evil.
Allah forgives the woman.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
Don't say
Why
that.
you create
It doesn't say that.
Because
It
the woman
says Allah is
do
all
not
forgiving.
want
It doesn't
sex.
mention the woman
Yes,
there.
do not
That's
want
Muslim.
sex.
Oh.
And Allah said, if you force them, Allah forgives
And
the
then,
woman.
to make it worse,
In Islam,
we have
if you are
Sahih
forced to
Muslim
do something, you are
1405D.
sinless. Yes,
It says,
am I wrong?
we
Prophet
contracted
said,
temporary
Allah
marriage,
forgives
giving a
anyone
handful
who is being
of
forced.
disabled
Does
sunflowers
something
as
out of
dowry
ignorance.
during the lifetime of Muhammad. And during the lifetime of
Educated.
So, it appears that even after Muhammad died, the Muslims still kept doing the
Chapter 21,
I don't believe so. So again, for us, it's the same problem. From what I can see here, you're allowed, within an Islamic context, to ensure that your faith
the Gospel of Luke, chapter 16, verse 18, the Gospel of 1 chapter 5, verse 32,
There's some men
temporary sex, Deuteronomy Prophet Muhammad cancelled, he prohibited marriage. Hadith number 1406. He's a liar. He said he's not Islam. He's atheist. And today
we practice mutual marriage during the lifetime of Muhammad and Abu Bakr. With a handful of flour until school comes
for example, I will ask you, what is the punishment for men who make their maids go into prostitution?
Done.
Siraj, how does Allah punish
Tell
men?
your mom if she
How
wants
does
to go
Allah
to
punish
heaven,
men?
she has to become
Tell your
prostitute.
mother
Matthew
that she
chapter
was
21,
unjustly
verse 31.
penetrated by Muhammad
Jesus said
when she was 9
the only
years
way
old.
women
That's
can
the
go
issue.
to heaven,
Don't forget,
they have
guys,
to become
the
prostitution.
Quran said that Muhammad's wives
Fake
are
breast.
the mother of the
That's why
believers.
we have the highest
Muslims have to
prostitution.
accept that one of their
Christian
mothers
countries,
was
we have the highest
penetrated
prostitution.
by
Why?
Muhammad when he
Because
was
Jesus
29
said
years old.
the only way
So
women
you
can
guys
go to heaven,
have mercy
they
on
have
your
to
mom
become
and want
prostitutes.
more for your mom.
Matthew
Now,
chapter
that is
21,
why,
verse
like for example,
13.
in Siraj's country,
And you know why
you
some
have
have
people
windows
who
and
force
toilets?
their slave girls
Because Jesus
into
of the Bible
prostitution.
said
Why
you
does Allah
cannot
allow
marry
this?
single
And
mothers
why
and
doesn't
divorced
He
women.
punish those
Why?
who
If you
do?
do that,
What
that's
punishment
adultery.
does Allah
What shall I
give
do,
out to
Jesus?
those
Get
who
dildo and
actually
toys.
force people
Believe
to
yourself.
prostitution?
Yeah.
What
Jesus against
punishment
single
does
mothers
Allah
and
give to
divorced
people
women.
who will force
Lost
their
logic
maids to
dance.
prostitution? I'm waiting for
Yay!
you, Siraj. That's what
Yay!
Explain
Lost
to me,
logic dance
what
when you
punishments
ask him.
Allah gives to those? For example, Siraj, if you were my slave and I put you in prison, what punishment will Allah give you? Again, Siraj, I'm still waiting for you. No worries. So guys,
Continue.
very, very fast, right? So you have Quran 24:33. Now it says here that you should not force your maid into prostitution. Okay, fine, sounds admirable, makes sense, right? However, if you do, then Allah is all forgiving, point blank. Now, little Siraj over there explains that what it means that Allah will forgive the woman. For what? What did she do wrong? Nothing. So clearly, the one being forgiven is the one who did the wrong, aka the man. So my friend, do you believe that it is okay? Okay, but by the way, guys, this guy said that he worships the Messiah. That's what I'm saying. So anyway, it appears that Allah is forgiving somebody
No one can
who
challenge
did
Mr. Siraj.
Right here, come here. I'm right here. I'm right here. Siraj, right here. I'm right here. All right, get out of here. Okay.
Also, and then Sahih Muslim 1405D, A, B, C, and D.
To add to Quran 24:33, it appears that the practice of temporary marriage was not actually outlawed when Muhammad was alive. It says here, according to Jibril Abdullah, we contracted temporary marriage, giving a handful of tails of flour
They get
as
handful of flour
dowry
for every marriage.
during the
Not
lifetime
money.
of Allah's messenger.
During the lifetime of
So you basically
pay for sex with flour.
with flour.
Bread.
Fancy. And during the time of Abu Bakr.
Yeah.
Until Umar forbade it in the case of bin Hurayth, or whatever
So
the
was
case
practiced
was.
in the time of who?
Abu Bakr, so
And who?
Muhammad, sorry,
Yeah.
Abu Bakr,
Yeah.
and Umar.
Yeah.
So when they said that Muhammad forbade it,
Yeah. Why did
They didn't
why was
listen.
it practiced? Yeah, exactly.
they carried on.
Exactly.
So gentlemen,
Yes.
you can still, if you follow the Quran, you can have slaves, and you can force your slaves into prostitution, whether they like it or not, and Allah will do zilch to you. How is this a moral teaching? Come to Christ, who does not tell you that you can force your slave girls into prostitutions, and He'll forgive you if you do so.
Quran
Please.
24:33, by the way.
Quran 24:33, and then Sahih Muslim, what was it, sorry?
1405 ABCD.
1405 I stuck for Allah, for Allah and Muhammad, man. That's all I gotta say. Anyway, come to Christ.
And by the
Alright.
way, let's deal with what he said. He said that in Christianity you're allowed, because of the Old Testament, because of Deuteronomy, you're
Right.
allowed to have sex with slave girls.
Right.
But it says in Deuteronomy 21:14 that you marry, and if he doesn't want to marry, you let her go.